Okay, let's talk about a flavor you have definitely seen everywhere. I mean, it's on menus, it's on chip bags, it's lining the grocery store aisles. Hickory sauce. But what is it? What actually gives it that signature smoky taste? Well, let's break it down.
So picture this. You've been there, right? You're staring at a wall of barbecue sauces, and you see those words, hickory smoked, and you kind of think, okay, I get that it's smoky, but what makes it hickory? What's the real secret behind that specific classic barbecue flavor?
And here it is, plain and simple. It's a specific kind of barbecue sauce, and its entire identity, its whole reason for being, comes from capturing that unique, rich flavor of food that's been smoked over real hickory wood. It's basically bottling the very essence of a traditional American smoker. So, that brings us to the most important question, doesn't it? What does it actually taste like when you get it on your plate? Let's dive into that signature flavor profile. Okay, so when you taste it, there's a really cool balance of flavors going on. Of course, smoky is the undisputed star of the show. That's the main event. But it's not a one-note song. It's always backed up by a nice slight sweetness, a little bit of tanginess to cut through all that richness, and this fantastic, bold, almost earthy quality to it. And here's a super important point to remember. Hickory sauce isn't typically defined by being spicy. Now, sure, some recipes might add a little kick, but the classic profile? It's all about being rich and comforting. Think slow-cooked barbecue on a summer afternoon, not a five-alarm fire in your mouth. So, how do they get that rich and comforting flavor? What kind of magic actually goes into the bottle? Let's take a peek at the typical building blocks of a classic hickory sauce.
It's really a classic balancing act that makes a great sauce. You start with a solid tomato base, right? Then you add vinegar for that essential tang, and you bring in brown sugar or molasses for a really deep, complex sweetness. But the hero ingredient, the one that makes it all happen, is of course that hickory smoke flavor, which gets rounded out by everyday spices like garlic, onion, and paprika.
But hey, not all hickory sauces are created equal. You're going to find different styles out there. Some will lean a little thicker and sweeter. They've probably bumped up the molasses or brown sugar. And others? They'll be thinner and have a sharper, tangier bite, which usually means a little more vinegar. It really just comes down to the brand's specific recipe.
All right, now for the fun part. We know what it is, we know what's in it, so how do we actually use the stuff? Let's see how this incredible flavor gets from the bottle onto your next meal.
Man, the versatility here is just fantastic. It's a total natural for anything you throw on a grill. We're talking chicken, ribs, BBQ pork. It is an absolute game changer on burgers and sandwiches. But hey, don't stop there. Try tossing it with some roasted vegetables for a smoky kick. Or, just use it as a simple dipping sauce or a glaze. Easy. Okay, this is a big one. People often use the terms hickory sauce and barbecue sauce almost interchangeably. But are they really the same thing? Let's clarify the old family tree here. So here's the deal. Hickory sauce is a type of BBQ sauce. It lives under that huge umbrella. But the general category of BBQ sauce includes this massive range of flavors. Sweet, spicy, mustard-based, vinegar-forward, you name it. Hickory sauce is the one that is specifically and purposefully defined by that signature hickory smoke. Let's just zero in on that idea for a second because it's the key takeaway. It's the simple fact that while every hickory sauce falls into the barbecue category, not every barbecue sauce has that specific hickory flavor. If it helps, think of it like this. All poodles are dogs, but not all dogs are poodles. It's pretty much the exact same concept. And this flavor, it has deep roots in American barbecue culture, especially in the South and the Midwest. That's where hickory wood has been the go-to choice for smoking meats for centuries. The sauce was basically created to capture that authentic, slow-cooked flavor and make it accessible to everybody, even if you don't have a giant smoker sitting in your backyard. And that really just sums it all up, doesn't it? The flavor is bold, it's comforting, and it's perfect for getting that authentic, slow-cooked barbecue taste on just about anything you can think of. It's basically an instant upgrade, right there in a bottle. So now that you know the whole story behind the smoke, it really leaves just one question for you. From burgers to ribs to maybe even those roasted vegetables, what are you going to try it on first?